Matthew's Cotswold Flour contacted me and asked if they could send me some flour for me to try, and I wanted to share it with you because what they've sent me is something that you can actually order online. And so what they do on their website is have a whole different like boxes of different flours that you can buy. So this particular one is the ultimate bread baker's box. So let's have a little look and see what's inside, because this looks exciting. When I first opened it up, I thought it was just 10 flours and maybe one on its own that were all the same, but they're not, and it's really interesting. So this one here, the red one, is called Belle Blanc, and it is I know that everybody likes to laugh at my pronunciations of things. It is a French wheat flour for white bread, baguettes, and other baking things. And never tried this one. What's the protein of this one? This is 9.5, but it says it's for different types of bread. So we might have to try some other breads. I know I make sourdough. We may well have to look at some of these different flours to see how they behave differently with baking different types of bread. Good grief, I've got a lot of baking to do. And then we've got I think that's the standard one, which is the Churchill White. Did I try this one? I can't remember. Did I try it? So that's got a protein content of 12.8. Then we have lots of people have been asking me about wholemeal and other, brown breads and stuff. And this is the whole grain. So this is the strong wholemeal bread flour. Let's give it a go. I know I'm not the biggest fan of brown bread, but I am willing to try, because when I did a review of some other breads on a previous video, the brown, or was it, I can't remember which one it was, I think it was the Jason's, actually the grain or something, that was my favourite. So I can't be too sort of descriptive in saying that I don't like it. I wouldn't choose it because I don't normally like it, but I'm willing to try these things. And this has a protein content of 14 grams. So when you're making brown breads and stuff, you do have to change the recipe. So the recipe that I have on here that I use for all my white breads, you do have to adjust it slightly, because the brown flour can it can make a much drier loaf. So you do need to have a lot more water in it. Then we've got the strong white bread flour, 12.5 grams of protein, fantastic. Then we have Cotswold Crunch. Well, that sounds interesting, doesn't it? Strong flour mix for bread and rolls with malt flakes. Interesting. That sounds nice. That's got 12.8 grams. So these are all slightly different, and they're all for different things. And I think, as we found with trialling out different flours and different breads and all sorts of, even the butters, we were able to see that none of them actually came out on top. It was more a case that each one was for something kind of specific, really. And I'm enjoying that, actually, because lots of people are asking, like, what's my favourite of something? And I'm like, I don't have a favourite, because it depends on what I'm doing. And I think that's okay. I need to try this pizza flour. Oh, I'm so excited about that. I keep saying I need to make sourdough pizza. Right, I'm going to make some, and I'm going to use that flour, and I know that it's going to be amazing. Then we've got traditional white, strong white bread flour. Sounds fantastic. So that looks good. I know, there's a lot of flour in here. The dark rye. Interesting, because I do recommend this when you are struggling with your starter, to add a little bit of rye. So you can buy some of these on TikTok Shop. I don't know if you're aware of that, but you can also buy it from Matthew's website as well. But you will find it in my showcase on here. But the rye flour is really, really good for getting your starter to become activated. So I've not needed to do it, but I might just try it just to see what happens, to see if it makes my starter go crazy, basically. But like I said, it is here on TikTok Shop. Oh, the Canadian one. We do like the Canadian bread flours, don't we? That looks absolutely fantastic. 14 grams of protein in that one. Fantastic. And then the last one, how many loaves of bread is this? That is a lot of loads of bread. Ooh, 8 grain strong multi-grain flour. So it's got malted wheat flour, rye flakes, oat flakes, wheat gluten, maize, linseed, millet seed and sunflower seeds. And the multigrain breads that I've been trying over the last few weeks, I've really enjoyed them. So I think I'm going to really like this one. And yeah, so there we go. If you're new to baking, do go and check out the Matthews website, because they have got some different boxes of different types of bread for like home bakers, but then they've got this ultimate bread box, which I didn't even know that they did. I think for the next few weeks, I'm definitely going to be using Matthews bread flour, or at least Matthews flour of different types, to see if we can make up some different things. And it might inspire me actually to make up a few different items, such as like pizzas and maybe a few other things as well, because I do have some butters that need eating up.